Hi everyone, I'm here with Coach Greg Walker, the head coach of the SHU men's volleyball teams. Now, Coach, your team is off to a great start this season. You're already 9-1 in conference play, and you're undefeated in conference play, actually. What's behind this great start to the season?
I think we actually this year have really good leadership, and we have a great group of seniors that have collectively bought into kind of what we're trying to do here, and the vision that our staff had kind of going into this. The guys, they see it, and I think out of the build of success we've had so far, they can now start tasting what it's going to be really like when we hit the conference. So going 2-0, I think against University of Charleston was a good start for us. I think it kind of eased us into our conference schedule. With this weekend, St. Francis Penn State, that'll be a big test for us. But I mean, we handled IPFW from the Midwest area, and they. I thought last year they beat us, and it was nice to beat them on home court. And then we were competitive against Ball State, and we look back and say, we wish we could have been better at certain things. But I think that's the moment that the guys learned, hey, like we got to change these things. We want to be better, and they've been doing well ever since. So. All
right, now two players I want to talk about are Josh Eisenberg and Taylor Bloomquist. They've recently taken home EIVA Defensive Player of the Week awards. How is it for you and the team having those two players on the floor?
Josh is. I would argue that he's one of the best defenders in our conference across the board. And, as far as our serve pass, he receives the ball at, I think, some of the highest percentages. He's just great vision on the court, good court awareness. He's a kid that, we talk about like national team, like tier level. I think he's a kid that can compete, and he can compete at the highest level, especially when we hit our non-conference slate coming down the road with, like top teams like UCLA and Long Beach. And I think Josh is that kid that keeps us in a really good rhythm. Taylor, think about kids that have come a long way. Taylor come in and understanding what he's training for and what he wants to be. It's really exciting because just him alone and has done a great job at the net defending more. His discipline that he's taken this year has been pretty incredible. I think, and being able to see him develop over the last 2 seasons has been really fun to watch.
All right, now you were out in Rio recently coaching the Paralympics for Team USA's sitting volleyball team. Is there anything that you picked up in Rio that you're seeing now help your team here at SHU?
Yeah, the funny part is in the sitting game, the men's side, the reaction time at the court's about half the size smaller, and so it's a lot faster. And so when we talk about body positioning and just being in the right place and how we want to run our defense behind the block, I think this year we've really simplified it. I think our guys have really bought into that. Sitting volleyball has made me a little more conscious of, especially the speed of our game, and as strong as the hitters are, about putting ourselves in the best position to dig the ball into blocks. So defensively, I think it's cool that Josh and Taylor both have gotten Defense Player of the Weeks because it shows, I think, kind of where our defense is right now. And I think that we were one of the more disciplined teams in our conference, especially with what blockers are doing, and I talk to guys a lot about body positioning. I think they're doing a great job. But yeah, going from Rio and training and preparing for that has definitely helped with how we kind of carry on for this season.
All right, now what should fans expect when they come out to the pit to watch your team play for the rest of the season?
Our bench is awesome. I love our women's volleyball team that comes out, and they are like they're just crazy fans, and they're loud. But the one thing I like taking on the road with us that we take from the pit is we want to take our home court advantage. That mentality of our bench and our support group is incredible. I think we've seen a lot, in the last couple of years with March Madness and the NCAA with the basketball. You see how much those benches start interacting, and they get more involved with the game. For sure, our that's what you can expect when you come to the pit is that energy. And the other thing too is the level of play I think we're hitting at. We're hitting the ball. That's kind of the best way I could describe. So if fans came out, they're going to see a ball getting hit really hard. So.
All right, well, thank you for taking the time to sit down and talk to us today, Coach. We want to wish you all the best of luck for the rest of the season. Gino and Alessandra, back to you.